Hey survivalists, how's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's jump right into this and talk about ocean platforms a little bit and some tips that has helped me and hopefully will help you. For example, one of my pet peeves, I just dropped this second platform here, this ocean platform. It's a metal one. Notice wherever I look at it, this comes up. Pick up ocean platform. Kind of drives me nuts. Very dangerous, I think, as far as you get in a hurry, you're building. Be very careful you don't pick up your platform when you don't mean to. For example, if you've got tons of hours into it, developing it. This one's actually fairly new, but I do have some time in it. You know, I got a home up here on here, lots of plants, and eventually some dinos will probably be out here. We got a bunch of ceiling tiles and a turret. So if I accidentally pick that up, then that's a real problem. So be careful with that, and there's really no people have lost a lot of work. I'm going to give you a tip on how to give you an extra safeguard, I view anyway, as an extra safeguard to not have this happen in some situations. What I like to do, and makes them more usable in my opinion, is cover them with ceiling tiles like this one. You could use wood, stone, metal, whatever you like for the look. And cover this whole thing. Look how flat and nice that is to use now. So I'm going to work on that over here. And notice when I'm walking around here, pick up ocean platform. Just a pet peeve of mine. But when you get out on my tiles that I've dropped, then it's pick up stone ceiling. So there's like an extra layer of, to get to that button to pick up. It's an extra layer added there. So anyway, that's just a tip I have on that. I'd rather the devs add an extra message, maybe something more safe, so you're not picking up these platforms accidentally. Now, another thing can be hard with ocean platforms is alignment. When you drop them, when you start doing more than one. One thing I found that's very useful is these little marker bumps here on the sides. There's on all sides. And what really helps me is, stand in the middle of your platform, looking out to where you want to drop it, and line up these alignment markers, and then line them up with a green outline, and then drop them when you get them lined up like that. Now you'll have to experiment with depth by moving your head up and down, and that green outline will move, but try to get it so that it's right on that edge where they line up, and that will be very helpful. As you notice this one, there's that message. You notice this one is lined up real nice along here, and that's what I use. You'll see these alignment markers, and this one here is the center one. So go along and find the center one, and then you know which one to line up the two. So that's a tip on dropping. These can be difficult to drop. Now if you drop them and they're not lined up, you're going to want to probably pick this one up and then re-drop it. I had to do this one 3 times to get it to how I liked it. Now be very careful when you pick this up to re-drop it that you don't pick the wrong one. Now I have these ceiling tiles, so that helps me a little bit, but there's no guarantee because you could maybe be seeing this metal bar here yet. If you go to the side, you can still see pick up ocean platform. So what I would recommend is be extra careful. Don't do it from here. And like you're looking at here, I would not want to use that because I've had ceiling tiles that I'm standing on. My turret shooting a thief bird, no doubt. I've had ceiling tiles that I've been standing on pick up when I'm looking at the one over here, if that makes any sense. So what I'd recommend, go out on this ocean platform, be looking at it. You're going to drop in the water, but I recommend doing that instead of being risky because you could pick up this whole thing and it's just not worth it. So be careful when you're picking up ocean platforms. Next thing I wanted to talk about as a tip is in any decent house, you have plumbing and wiring generally that you like, so you can put your lighting and your plants. I'll give you a bad example. I plumbed this really bad. I like to run the plumbing and wiring underneath the ceiling tiles. As you can see, this kind of got ugly, but now if we look up here, this is more the look I'm going for. So the pipe comes up from underneath, nice and neat, and it's watering my my plant there. So let's take a look at wiring just for a moment. So I got this one wired over here. It's running really good. The lights are on. As you can see, this one, I have pretty good wind power here, so I'm running this on you could put a generator or a gas generator or a wind power, whatever is good on your server. Now I'm going to bridge the two. I've got the wiring there. I've taken the time to line up lay some wiring out here. I like to go around all four sides to start out with wiring. Turn up the gamma a little bit here. So I got this line of wiring, and I've got a light here in a box. So let's look here what happens if I put a flexible to join the two. So I'm going to go in here, pick the flexible. We're going to bridge the two. Now we see those light up yellow, means we got power. And now we go down here, the junction box is hot, light is on. So what I'm going to want to do then, your time is precious, so I'm not going to take the time now, but I will run, as you see, I have intersection one here, and then I will run this all the way down here and all the way around. Eventually, I may even put it under the flooring. Let's take a quick look at that. The plumbing here on this one, just so you can see what I mean. I'm just going to throw on my flippers so we can move a little quicker. And we'll go under here. Just going to swim under here. Alright, so under here we will see, by the way, there's an air gap. It's kind of neat. Under the stone ceilings. Now you can see my plumbing. I think that's kind of cool. You know, you can run your plumbing under your stone ceilings all over the place. Now over here we get, you notice right there, that's where you go up to that plant. This goes under the house. Now I'll probably plumb it across here so that I have plumbing to the entire house. Okay, let's get out of here. Find a spot here where I can get up and out. Oh, double clicked. Let's just get these off now. Alright. So as you can see, you get a nice building platform that's plumbed, that's wired, that's lined up real well with the alignment. And then when that's done, when you get your wiring plumbing the way you want it, then we're going to take our ceilings, and you got to start from these that you put in the middle to get a snap point. Once you get that snap point, though, you can come all the way over like this, and notice what it does with the wiring here. So remember, we got it all nice and neat now under there. Just do a little section here. Okay, now the difference now is when I'm running around on my platforms, see this isn't quite done yet. When I'm running around on my platforms, now I have, instead of that disturbing message, I have pick up stone ceiling. So go over here, and right away it's going to be pick up ocean platform, because this isn't done yet. So I will cover the entire platform like this with ceiling tiles. It looks nice and neat. It gives me a nice area. Now you could leave part of this open in the middle if you want like a nursery or something for your ocean dinos. I have my own separate one over here on land that I use, but that's a common use for it. You could easily do that. You don't have to fill the whole thing in if you don't want to. But when you look at the water, it doesn't offer you to pick up your platform, so that's kind of nice. Anyway, some tips here on electrical alignment, plumbing, and being careful with these platforms here. So anyway, hopefully that will help you out and in using these very useful platforms, and sneaks you out. Have a great rest of your day.